Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Honest RD. I am here today because I want to tell you how to lower your blood pressure. I'll give you some unconventional advice on how to do it, but then I'm also going to tell you how to get and keep a man. How I'm going to link things together? Stay tuned. I'll show you. Okay, I remember when I was younger, right out of college, I was single. I was out dating, and it was rough in these streets, okay? Let me tell you, it was rough in these streets. But I would go to like events and functions and things like that and stuff, and everybody would be like, so, what's the deal? Or I would have a date with me, and they would always be like, so, is this the guy? Is this what's going on? And I would get unsolicited advice all the time. Tell me if that's ever happened to you before. If you've been single and people want to tell you how to get a man because they figure you just don't know. Okay, so I would get all kinds of advice. I get advice like, all right, well, wear a little cleavage out. Wear a little bit of a shorter skirt, some more form-fitting clothes to show off that body. You want to learn basketball and football and go to sports bars because that's where the men are, and they are watching these games, and they like a woman who knows what's going on in sports. You got to work on making a good meal. You got to make sure that meal is right, so that way you can steal that heart, okay? Because they say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and so, learn that. And I think that's kind of true because my mac and cheese is bomb, and it's part of the way I got my husband. I also heard, be flirtatious. At church, be in a ministry that people can see you. So be in the parking lot ministry because there's men there. Be on the praise team because people can see you. I heard all kinds of stuff. But here's the deal. I had no problem getting a man, getting a guy. I had no problem going on dates. I was attractive. I'm still attractive. I had no problems in that department. However, the problem was keeping a relationship that was worth anything going. The reason why I would have a problem because there was another issue. The other issue is that I was a poor communicator. And so, meaning everything was good until it wasn't in these relationships. Oftentimes, I would be dating someone and it was things in the beginning that I was like, I don't even like that. I don't want that. I don't like that. I'm not attracted to that. Why is this happening? Blah, blah, blah. And it would be red flags waving all in the wind. And here I go. Let's just keep going with it because I wanted a relationship. I wanted to be married. And I would let it go as far as it could go. And then I would blow up. And then he would be like, what's happening here? And I would just shut it down. It was a problem. I couldn't do it anymore. And so I would break these relationships off, break them off, because ultimately in the beginning, I was settling for a quick fix. I was settling for the quick fix of getting with somebody, but I was not satisfied with what I was getting. And so I wasn't treating the root cause of my issues either, which was me settling for stuff that I had no business. So with that, a lot of people, probably if you have blood pressure issues or other issues, there's a strong possibility that you may be doing the same thing. Maybe not with men, but maybe with food. Maybe, you're just doing the quick fixes. You're doing the quick fixes and you're not really working on the real issue. I did a post the other week and it was so funny because I was like, hey, tell me really quick, how would you lower blood pressure? And I heard all kinds of things. I'm gonna read them to you because I got a list. Have garlic, have hibiscus flower tea, have ginger root, beets, apple cider vinegar, eat a banana, cut out sodium, drink more water, have cinnamon, have some mustard, have some leafy greens, grapefruits, alkaline water, or some dark chocolate, even some celery juice. And there was so many others that I heard as well, but the thing is, a lot of these things are going to be maybe small, quick fixes that may get your numbers down for a little bit, but it may not handle the issue because ultimately you have some deep-rooted issues that maybe are harbored in or deep in eating fast food all the time, not making meals for yourself, not getting enough sleep, being really, really stressed. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. Eating a lot of processed, quick fix foods. I mean, there's so many things that you could be doing. And so doing these quick things but still having those bad habits that are the root cause of the issue is really not going to make a big change. Drink more water, cut out sodium, exercise. Those are basics. You hear them often. But I want to give you some unconventional, some new and different ways to think about this so that we can get to the real root of what's going on. Because many of you are taking medication and continuing to take medication over and over and over again. And you're trying these quick fixes and you're wondering, why are my numbers still high? Why is this still happening? And so you may be hitting at the symptoms, but not getting to the root. So let's talk about how to get to the root. So some unconventional or different ways to look at getting to the root is number one, managing that stress. No, you can't get rid of stress, but you can definitely manage it. The thing is, if you don't manage the stress, that stress will turn around and manage you. So work on managing the stress and do it on a daily basis. All right, we do a lot of things on a daily basis, like breathe, use the bathroom, take a shower. All these things we do on a regular basis to take care of ourselves. So stress management, a lot of times you want to wait till the house is completely on fire and you're like, okay, let's do some deep breathing. Let's do a journal prompt and let's write. And it's like, honey, that's not going to work as effectively then because you don't have a practice of stress management. So I want you to get into having a practice of stress management on a regular, everyday basis. Number two, I want you to work on getting enough sleep. There's something magical that happens when you go through a full amount of sleep cycles and come out on the other side ready and raring to go in the morning. But the thing is, a lot of times you might be getting broken sleep, you might be getting incohesive sleep, and you might be getting less than at least 6 hours of sleep a night. And so if you're getting broken sleep that's less than 6 hours of sleep a night, I want to encourage you to get at least 6 to 7 hours at the very least. You know, we probably want to work closer to that 8 and making sure that it is complete, cohesive sleep and consistent sleep, meaning it's consistently 7 hours that you're asleep. So that way your body takes you through those full sleep cycles. You wake up in the morning, refreshed, ready to go, and that blood pressure is doing exactly what it needs to. That leads me to number 3. If you have issues like diabetes, pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, PCOS, any of those things, you want to think, oh shoot, I should probably get my blood sugar under control. And you want to make sure that your blood sugar is under control because having better blood sugar numbers helps with improving your blood pressure numbers. So you want to make sure that you get that blood sugar under control, managed, and doing the right things so you can move into better blood pressure. Got it? Number 4, I know you've heard it over and over and over again, have less sodium. But I'm going to flip the script for you, and I want you to have more potassium. More potassium-rich foods. The thing is, you may need to get checked with your doctor to check, are you potassium deficient? Are you getting enough potassium in your diet? And there's a strong possibility that you may not be, especially if you're not having a lot of fruits and vegetables. So you want to make sure that you're getting more of what you need as it relates to potassium so you won't be deficient. Number 5, I need you to get checked for magnesium deficiency. Magnesium deficiency is common in about 60% of Americans all over the United States. If you are magnesium deficient, you're going to have more constriction, less dilation. So the thing is, you want to have more of those vessels relaxing, relating, releasing, okay? So that way that blood can flow through there, get that oxygenated blood to all your organs and organ systems so you can function like you're supposed to. All right, this is the 6th and final thing that I want you to think about. Are you vitamin D deficient? If you're vitamin D deficient and you have elevated blood pressure, we gotta get that vitamin D under control. Vitamin D is less of a vitamin, more of a hormone, and it really sends a lot of signals to your body to help with managing proper blood pressure. All right, y'all, that was 6 tips that maybe are a little bit different from what you're used to, and it will help you stop swatting at the symptoms and help you dig down to the root of what's really going on. So that way you can really and truly turn this blood pressure around and turn from sickness to wellness, and you can really get to where you want to go. Look, if this was helpful to you, I want you to go ahead and put it in the comments that it was helpful to you. You are now going to work on doing the right things so that way you can be healthy in relationships, but also you can be healthy in your relationship with yourself and your blood pressure, and you can get things under control. What I want you to do is I want you to make sure that you like, I want to make sure that you subscribe, and I want you to make sure that you tell a friend, and make sure you come back and watch more videos. Let me know more of what you want to hear in the comments. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great day. Let's get that blood pressure under control.